All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of the Carvel Community Meeting. Today's date is October 7th, 2021. If you're watching the recorded version of this, we would like to invite you to come and join us live. We meet every Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. It's an opportunity for you to come and listen in on what the maintainers have been working on, provide any feedback to what they're working on, any ideas that they may have, and also to get any help with using the Carvel tools. We're here to listen to what you have to say and to help you in any way possible. So please feel free to join. You're also welcome to come and lurk. Engagement is not a requirement. If you are unable to join us on Slack or join us live on these community meetings, you can join us on Slack in the Kubernetes Slack workspace in the Carvel channel, or on Twitter at Carvel_dev. In addition to all of this, we ask that you please read and abide by our code of conduct when you're engaging with us in any way, whether that's in GitHub, the Carvel channel, on Twitter. We just ask that you please abide by that. When you attend the meetings and you have something you wish to discuss with the team, please feel free to add that down below in the discussion topics section. Also, we ask that when you attend, you put your name and any organization that you're representing, and that helps us keep track of who from outside of VMware is attending these meetings, and gives us an idea of who's using the tools, and we can keep the lines of communication open. We also ask that you take a look at this issue we have on our repo, and it asks, are you using Carvel? Can you share how you're using it? Share your company logo so that we in turn can help promote your organization. And all it just is you'll add a comment within this issue with those details, and it helps the team understand how people are using Carvel and hope to build better products for you. On to announcements. So just a reminder, Carvel does have a 5-minute keynote at KubeCon Cloud Native Con next week. If you're attending, whether virtually or in person, or if you're on the fence about it, and you want to attend, I encourage you to register. You can attend virtually, or you can go down to LA and attend in person. The keynote itself is Friday, October 15th at 9:40 a.m. Pacific time. We also have a blog post here that you can read in more detail regarding the content of that keynote. And looks like Carrie from the team will be there in person, so be sure to track her down and say hi to her. We don't have a booth, but I'm sure there'll maybe some way to find her. I expect her to wear a Carvel shirt while she's there.
Yeah, I think if you shine the Carvel logo at the side of a building or up into the clouds, that's how to summon, right?
Yeah, just like Batman.
Good idea. Yeah. Definitely say hi if you see me walking around or anything like
that. Great. All right, next up, Carvel is participating in Hacktoberfest. If you aren't familiar with Hacktoberfest, it's something that DigitalOcean has been putting on for the last several years. It's a way to get those that are curious about open source, new to open source, scared of open source, get them familiar with it, comfortable with it. And if you submit 4 pull requests to repos that are participating in Hacktoberfest, for quality pull requests, and there's more details regarding what that means in this website, you earn a t-shirt, a limited edition t-shirt, and some stickers. So we have listed out one particular issue from image package within the Carvel tool suite that is participating. We're going to be continuously looking at some of our other tools and see if there are other issues. that can participate. But if you are interested and want to help out the team, this is a good opportunity for you to learn more about how to contribute to open source, as well as earn a free t-shirt. And if you have any questions regarding this, the team is on Slack in that Kubernetes Slack workspace and can help answer any questions and guide you on how to help with that particular issue as well. Okay, on to some releases. We got O.41 and O.42 for CAP. Sumik, did you want to go over these two releases?
Yep, sure. So for 0.41, we introduced placeholders in change group names and change rules, which basically allows user to use values from the resource manifest while defining change rules and change groups. And we also introduced an annotation called version explicit ref, which allows the user to reference version resources from different resources explicitly, even if the resource is not, let's say we have a resource. So for version resources today, we explicitly check for certain YAML paths, and we check if the version resource is referred to in those YAML paths by other resources. But let's say that's not the case, and the user wants to explicitly make a resource depend on a version resource, he can do that today. And we introduced filtering at the diffing stage. So that's what happened in 0.41. And for 0.42, we actually ran into an issue which caused some Knative pipelines to fail. We had to relax the check on the length of a change group name, so that's resolved. So that's the primary motive behind 0.42. Yep. So that's what's up.
And you went over 4.2.
4.2, we relaxed the check on long change group names. That's all. This actually happened due to us introducing the placeholders. And so, yeah, we just wanted to help someone out real quick and do a quick release. That's what's up.
Great, thanks, Sumik. Relatedly, we have kapp-controller 2.6 and 2.7. Who's able to go over these?
I guess I can talk about at least 2.6. You know, the kapp-controller can be a little bit CPU hungry, and so the top bullet point, relaxing the kind of reconcile loop from 30 seconds to 10 minutes. That's you know, kind of a order of magnitude or a 200% reduction in our CPU cost just from those constant, you know, is there a new version checks. And you know, as we said internally, this is a big step forward for our environmental sustainability initiative also, because you know, clock cycles cost electricity. Sorry, that's mostly a joke, but it's true. I know a little bit less about the other things, but I think there's a bunch of work that Daniel did around making sure that we are fully interoperational with the Google Cloud offerings and GKE in particular. And we're also busily consuming the CAP upgrades that this Samik just went over. And I think 2.7 is basically more of the same. Yeah. So we're just keeping up with the CAP team.
Cool. Thanks, Joe. All right. Any other announcements before I move on to status updates? Okay. All right. Project roadmap updates. Image package enhancements. Someone want to go over what that looks like right now and timeline expected?
Yeah, I don't know. I can chat about it, but Dennis, maybe you know even better. There's been a bit of a Windows focus recently.
Yeah, this past week, basically just working on a Windows specific bug with an image package, which is that the root CA store on Windows isn't being loaded in, meaning whenever you try to talk to a registry using TLS, it complains about unable to verify the server certificate. So working on fixing that for the next release mainly. Hopefully we'll get a release soon.
And then next is the cap enhancements.
So we're real close to wrapping up cluster fulfill resources. There's one PR under review right now, which will wrap it up, where we support placeholders for externally created resources, like resources created by other controllers and such. And yep, and we have structured and put up issues for the next item in our roadmap, which is enhancing how app changes are observed. So yep, like feel free to go check out the issues and maybe leave some comments if you have any. It's a new epic that's been structured, so we would love to get like feedback on that.
Awesome, thank
that's
you.
it.
Who did I interrupt? Sorry.
No, I'm good.
All right, we got YTT up next. Anybody want to give a quick update there?
Yeah, I can talk about it. Same as it was a couple weeks ago. So we are currently working on that bid for exporting the YTT schema as a open API schema. In progress still. As part of this epic, we'll be creating a couple new annotations in addition to exporting that schema as an open API document. Recently had some timeline conversations. And so that November 2021 estimate might be updated to be pushed back a little bit. But we're seeing, what we can do to try to speed up that timeline a little bit. So that'll be updated.
Got it. Anything else regarding the roadmap? Okay. Carvel backlog. There's a couple of things that I put on here that seem to be outside of the project roadmap stuff or wasn't listed. Maybe I'm wrong. The kapp-controller in progress items right here. Does anybody want to go over?
I know about that one. So allegedly age is pronounced age. I'm not sure why. It's from some other language, but so there's this tool called SOPs, which is for editing YAML where the YAML is encrypted inline, and age is the kind of the PGP replacer. So as we all know, because we're all professionals who just keep up with everything, PGP is officially considered old and busted. And so you're supposed to use age. And so I think that is approximately done for the open source release. We just haven't quite merged it in, but it's a very minor incremental feature. And I guess the other thing that's in progress that I can talk about is we've been slowly migrating away from releasing our containers on Docker Hub, and we're almost ready to start pushing new releases to the GitHub container registry, which means that our container releases will be co-located with our actual code repo. Yep, that's the one. Thanks, Nancy.
Thanks, Joe. There was a couple of things in vendor that I saw on the backlog that's in progress. Wasn't sure if anyone wanted to give more information about these items.
I think a couple of those are PRs that we need to address. I guess like the chocolatey and scoop ones, I think are a part of the larger chocolatey package initiative bit, which is something that we have going on. I don't know if Carrie or Dennis have any like further updates on that. That's worth sharing right now. But the other one, I'm not too sure about the one in between. It does seem like there's a PR there, but we might just need to check out and see what's going on. I think vendor, we haven't really been planning like epics of work. It's more of as we find needs, we've been taking care of them. So yeah, that's kind of the state of the world.
Great, thanks, Aaron. Does anyone have anything to add there? Nope. Okay. Got one discussion topic. So just a reminder, if you have anything you wish to discuss, please feel free to put it down here. But we just want to know who's going to KubeCon next week.
I am. That's why I asked. And it sounds like, Carrie, you're going to be there. So
Yeah, definitely. We should share our schedules or something like that. I'm curious if you have any talks you're going to that you think are interesting.
To be honest, I haven't even looked at the schedule yet.
It's a little overwhelming.
You know, I was going to see if some of the folks attending virtually wanted to do some like divide and conquer, like if, you know, if we each take a day or a half day. And I mean, there's no reason, Carrie and Nick, why you couldn't play along in that also. But, you know, we just have less at stake, the virtual attendees.
Mhm.
Is this a bin packing problem? Maximizing our value with KubeCon is an MP complete problem. Nerd.
Hey, Nick, I'm curious, what are you working on that you're going to be talking about with other people while you're at KubeCon?
Well, I'm not going to be presenting anything, but I am working on Tanzu Community Edition, and we just launched on Monday. So we're very excited about that. Yay. And so, yes, if you've been in these meetings before and I've mentioned a project that I was working on, that is what it is. So yeah, and Carvel is actually very instrumental in making all of that, making Tanzu Community Edition work, especially with respect to packaging. So, so yeah, it's been great using all the tools and trying to get to know you all better, just so we can work better together in the future.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, it's super exciting that TCE, Tanzu Community Edition, went live on Monday, and Carvel has been working closely with the team there to have TCE become an adopter of Carvel. So encourage you to go check it out and see what you think of the tools there of TCE, and find that team on Slack, on the Kubernetes Slack workspace. They're in there as well. So if you're attending KubeCon, you want to learn more about TCE, you want to learn more about Carvel, we got some folks that will be in attendance. So anything else the team wishes to discuss?
Not a discussion topic, probably something that could have been in the announcements, but a shout out to, there were a couple of talks at VMworld that happened related to Carvel, including one by Scott, who's on the call. So Scott, hate to put you on the spot, but if you wanted to give yourself a plug for people to check out a future recording that would be released.
No, so I did a session for the Code Connect part of VMworld on customizing TKG using Carvel, where I went into both actually just using YTT directly to update TKG clusters, as well as using how to create custom packages for Carvel and demo those, as well as created a GitHub repo that I shared there as well, with demos of some packages, also wrapping up the TKG packages to give some customization, and also some custom packages with some workflows for people that they can go through to see a bit more demonstrations of using the packaging API than just the tutorial. And also in the Tanzu Community Edition, I can say in the Slack channel, like 80% of the questions there and work seems to be going into the Carvel packaging, and people seem to be liking the capabilities. So it's awesome to see the packaging grow, which I've been enjoying a lot.
Very cool. I didn't know you were giving a talk at VMworld. That's awesome, Scott. I'll be sure to check it out.
Yeah, hopefully it's not clear if those sessions will be released as recordings. We're hoping they were recorded, but it was said that Zoom sessions won't be released. So it's not clear if it will be or not, but I hope it will be. So we'll see.
Yeah, me too. I'll also look into following up with our team and see if there's a way for us to pull that out. Okay, anything else to bring up? All right. Well, thank you everyone for attending this week's edition of the Carvel Community Meeting. Again, if you're watching from home, we encourage you to come join us live, and hopefully you'll become an active member of the community with us. We also would just love to help you out with the tools, whatever it may be. We encourage you to come join us. And with that, have a good rest of your day, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.